This September could be a turning point. Inflation is climbing higher. Supply chains are breaking down, and experts are warning that major shortages are closer than most realize. Store shelves are already showing signs of thinning out, and the window to prepare is closing fast. If you wait until panic buying begins, it will already be too late. Prices will surge, essentials will vanish overnight, and families without supplies will suffer the hardest blows. History shows one clear truth: those who prepare early are the ones who make it through. That's why in this video, I'm revealing 15 groceries you need to stock up on before September ends. These items could disappear without warning, and having them ready could be what protects your family from the chaos ahead. 1. Bottled water. Water is the single most important resource for survival. Without it, you only have a few days. Depending on city water systems is a dangerous risk when infrastructure begins to fail. Crises, whether natural or economic, often cut off access to clean water. And once that happens, desperation spreads faster than anything else. That's why bottled water is always the first thing to vanish when people rush into stores. Stocking bottled water now means locking in your most critical lifeline. And it's not just for drinking. You'll need it for cooking, washing, and basic hygiene when taps run dry or become unsafe. With enough stored away, your family won't be forced to rely on contaminated or unreliable sources when disaster strikes. You'll have what everyone else is scrambling for. The reality is simple. Once panic sets in, bottled water disappears instantly, and prices climb beyond reach. Waiting is not an option. Acting now could be the difference between calm preparation and complete vulnerability. 2. Pasta. Pasta has long been a survival staple, and for good reason. It delivers the carbohydrates your body needs for energy, cooks with nothing more than boiling water, and works in nearly endless recipes. From hearty family dinners to quick emergency meals, pasta adapts to whatever you need. Its real strength, though, is its shelf life. Properly stored, pasta can last for years, making it one of the most dependable foods you can keep. Just a few bags can stretch into dozens of meals, far outlasting anything fresh from the store. In uncertain times, pasta represents stability. But here's the problem. When shortages hit, pasta is one of the first things people grab. Its low cost and reliability make it a high-demand item, and shelves clear quickly. If you want your family to have dependable meals when supplies run low, you need to stock up now before the rush begins. 3. Honey. Honey isn't just a sweetener, it's a survival powerhouse. Unlike most foods, it never goes bad. A jar you buy today will still be good years, even decades from now. That kind of permanence makes it one of the smartest items to store when food security is uncertain. But honey isn't only about shelf life. It's an energy booster that fuels your body when stress and scarcity demand more from you. Even more valuable, honey doubles as medicine. It soothes sore throats, strengthens the immune system, and its natural antibacterial qualities help with burns and wounds when supplies are limited. In emergencies, food and medicine often matter equally, and honey delivers both in one jar. That's why it quickly disappears once panic spreads. People realize too late that it's more than food. It's a survival tool. By stocking up now, you're securing not just natural energy, but also a powerful backup when healthcare and food supplies are stretched thin. 4. Wheat flour. Flour might look ordinary, but it's the base of survival cooking. With it, you can make bread, tortillas, pancakes, and countless other staples, even when store shelves are empty. When crises strip away convenience, the ability to cook from scratch becomes a real advantage, and flour provides exactly that. A single bag, used wisely, can feed a family for weeks. When paired with basics like water, oil, or salt, flour transforms into meals that provide both energy and comfort in uncertain times. Its adaptability is exactly why flour has been at the core of survival for generations. It may not be glamorous, but when everything else runs out, it sustains life. Here's the harsh reality. When shortages begin, flour is one of the first items people rush to stockpile. Without it, you lose the ability to make food from scratch, and that loss can be devastating. By preparing now, before September ends, you ensure that when others face bare shelves, you'll still be able to put real filling meals on the table for your family. 5. Cereals. Cereal often gets overlooked as a survival food, but it's one of the smartest items you can store. It provides quick energy, requires no cooking, and can be eaten instantly. In an emergency, having food that doesn't rely on electricity, fuel, or preparation is a true game changer, and cereal delivers exactly that. Beyond its practicality, cereal also provides comfort. In times of fear and chaos, small things that feel familiar matter more than most people realize. For children especially, cereal offers not just nutrition, but also a sense of stability and normalcy when everything else feels uncertain. In survival situations, psychological resilience is just as important as physical strength, and something as simple as a bowl of cereal can help. The problem is, demand skyrockets in a crisis, and cereals vanish quickly from shelves. Lightweight, versatile, and with a long shelf life, they're among the first to disappear once panic buying begins. To make sure your family has a quick, filling, and reliable food option, cereal needs to be on your list before September comes to an end. 6. Canned beans. Canned beans are one of the most reliable survival staples you can stock. Packed with protein, fiber, iron, and other essential nutrients, they keep your body fueled when fresh food is unavailable or unaffordable. In a crisis, when meat and vegetables may be scarce, beans become an instant lifeline. They provide long-lasting energy, help keep you full, and are versatile enough to create countless meals. What makes canned beans especially valuable is convenience. Unlike dried beans, they don't require long cooking times or large amounts of water. They're ready to eat straight out of the can, even if you have no stove, no electricity, or no fuel. They also last for years, making them ideal for long-term storage. Just a modest supply ensures you'll always have dependable, ready-to-eat meals when everything else is uncertain. But here's the catch. Once shortages hit, canned goods are the very first to vanish, and beans are at the top of that list. Everyone knows they're nutritious, filling, and easy to use. If you don't secure them before shelves start emptying, you could be left without this survival essential. Stock up now, and you'll have peace of mind when others are scrambling. 7th, jam. Jam may not look like a survival necessity, but it's far more important than most people think. In times of crisis, sugar quickly becomes scarce and expensive, yet your body still needs quick, digestible energy. Jam provides exactly that. It lasts a long time, stores easily, and can turn simple staples like bread or crackers into meals that feel satisfying. It's a concentrated source of energy when you need it most. Just as important, jam plays a huge role in morale. During stressful times, when meals get repetitive and bland, something sweet and familiar can lift spirits. A spoonful of jam brings comfort to kids and restores a sense of normalcy for adults. It's more than food, it's psychological support. And in survival, mental strength is as vital as physical strength. The problem is, once panic buying starts, jam disappears quickly. People realize it's both a comfort food and a calorie source, and jars get cleared out in bulk. By the time shortages are obvious, it will already be too late. Stocking jam now ensures your family will have sweetness, energy, and comfort when others are stuck with bland, repetitive diets. 8. Olive oil. Olive oil is far more than just another cooking ingredient. It's one of the most valuable survival groceries you can store. Think of it as liquid energy. Just one spoonful provides a dense source of calories and essential fats that your body needs to function properly. In survival conditions, when energy reserves run low and every calorie matters, olive oil becomes a powerhouse food that keeps you strong and alert. Without healthy fats, people quickly experience fatigue, weakness, and even cognitive decline, which makes olive oil not just a luxury, but an absolute necessity. What makes olive oil even more remarkable is its versatility. In the kitchen, it can be used for everything from frying to baking, but in a crisis, its uses extend far beyond food. Olive oil can preserve vegetables and herbs by sealing them in jars, extending their shelf life when refrigeration isn't possible. It can be used to fuel improvised oil lamps for light, creating a simple flame that can last for hours. In emergencies, it can even be applied to the skin as a moisturizer or to soothe wounds and minor burns, thanks to its natural anti-inflammatory properties. Its nutrition, practicality, and survival utility all packed into a single bottle. This isn't new knowledge either. Mediterranean cultures have valued olive oil as liquid gold for thousands of years because it provides both sustenance and resilience in hard times. But here's the brutal reality. Olive oil vanishes fast when food shortages hit. Its importance is widely recognized, and once panic buying begins, it doesn't just sell out. It skyrockets in price, sometimes doubling or tripling in a matter of days. Those who wait too long will be left competing in crowded stores for whatever scraps remain. Stocking up now, before September ends, ensures you'll have one of the most important and versatile resources on Earth ready to protect your family's survival. 9. Eggs. Eggs are one of nature's most perfect foods, packing nearly everything the human body needs into one compact, affordable package. They're loaded with protein to build and repair muscle, healthy fats for long-lasting energy, and an array of essential vitamins and minerals, including B vitamins, iron, and selenium, that keep your body strong under stress. In times of crisis, when nutrient-dense food becomes scarce, eggs stand out as a superfood that delivers maximum nutrition with minimal cost. The real beauty of eggs is their versatility. They can be boiled, fried, scrambled, poached, or baked into countless recipes. You can combine them with simple staples like flour or rice to create complete meals, or eat them on their own as quick, satisfying fuel. In emergencies, when variety and balance are hard to come by, eggs have the power to transform basic ingredients into meals that actually sustain both body and mind. But here's the problem. Eggs don't last forever. Their shelf life is limited, and once supply chains start breaking down, they're among the very first items to disappear completely. That's why securing eggs before September ends is critical. There are preservation methods, like oil coating or refrigeration, that can extend their life significantly if you prepare ahead of time. The families who take those steps now will still have access to this nutrient-dense powerhouse when others are left scrambling for substitutes. The truth is that eggs are always in high demand during shortages. They're cheap, filling, and packed with life-sustaining nutrients, which means shelves are stripped bare as soon as panic buying starts. If you want your family to have access to one of the most complete foods on Earth, you can't wait. Securing eggs now could mean the difference between your family enjoying balanced, nourishing meals or facing malnutrition when food becomes scarce. 10. Instant soup. Instant soup may look simple on the shelf, but in an emergency, it becomes one of the most valuable food items you can own. It's lightweight, inexpensive, compact, and incredibly easy to prepare. All you need is hot water, and in desperate circumstances, even cold water will work. Within minutes, you have a warm, filling meal. When time, energy, and resources are limited, that convenience becomes absolutely priceless. But the value of instant soup goes beyond convenience. Each serving delivers hydration, calories, and often electrolytes at the same time. 3 things your body desperately needs during times of stress. Even a single packet can restore warmth, energy, and focus. And let's not forget the psychological factor. Sitting down to a warm bowl of soup brings a sense of comfort and normalcy when everything else feels uncertain. For families with children, that sense of reassurance can be the difference between panic and calm. The problem is that instant soup never lasts long on store shelves once panic buying begins. Its affordability, long shelf life, and practicality make it one of the first items people grab in bulk. By the time you notice shortages, the soup aisle will already be stripped clean. Stocking up now ensures you'll have dozens of ready-to-go meals waiting in your pantry when supermarkets are empty. Whether you're facing blackouts, storms, or economic turmoil, instant soup will be one of those simple comforts that helps you endure the chaos. 11. Chocolate. Chocolate might seem like a luxury or comfort food, but in times of crisis, it becomes far more important than most people realize. It's an immediate energy source, packed with sugar and fats that the body craves when food is scarce. Just a small piece can boost blood sugar, restore focus, and provide the mental clarity you need to make good decisions in stressful moments. Think of it as both fuel for the body and medicine for the mind. But the power of chocolate doesn't stop there. In survival situations, morale can collapse faster than food supplies. Stress, fear, and fatigue often weigh more heavily on families than hunger itself. That's where chocolate becomes essential. A small bite offers comfort, familiarity, and even joy in the middle of hardship. That moment of relief can restore motivation, strengthen family morale, and remind you that life hasn't completely fallen apart. It's not just calories. It's psychological resilience in edible form. The reality is that chocolate is one of the first comfort foods to vanish from shelves when panic buying hits. People instinctively reach for it, and prices can skyrocket overnight. If you secure it now, before September shortages begin, you'll have not only a calorie-dense emergency food, but also a tool for mental and emotional stability when you need it most. Chocolate may not be glamorous, but in crisis, it becomes a survival essential. 12. Dehydrated foods. Dehydrated foods are one of the smartest and most reliable survival investments you can make. They're designed for longevity, with some lasting 10, 20, or even 30 years when stored properly. Their lightweight, compact nature makes them easy to stockpile without taking up much space, and their nutritional value stays surprisingly intact. From freeze-dried fruits and vegetables to complete meal packs, dehydrated foods give you access to vitamins, minerals, and calories when fresh produce is unavailable. The greatest strength of dehydrated foods is their versatility. You can snack on dried fruit straight from the package, rehydrate vegetables to cook in soups and stews, or stretch other ingredients by mixing them in. In survival situations where refrigeration may be unreliable or gone altogether, these products give you the security of balanced meals without constant trips to the supermarket. Here's the catch. Dehydrated foods are the first items that survival-minded shoppers grab when they sense shortages approaching. Their long shelf life and ease of storage make them a prime target during panic buying. By the end of September, they may be sold out entirely. Stocking up now ensures you'll have fruits, vegetables, and ready-made meals when everyone else is struggling to make do with whatever scraps remain. 13. Potatoes. Potatoes have been humanity's survival staple for centuries, and they remain one of the most valuable foods you can secure today. They're inexpensive, filling, and rich in carbohydrates. The energy your body needs most when food is scarce. Potatoes have fed entire civilizations through famines and wars, and they can carry your family through the same kind of uncertainty now. Their strength lies in versatility. You can boil them, mash them, fry them, bake them, or incorporate them into soups, stews, and casseroles. They pair with nearly any ingredient to create hearty meals that satisfy hunger and restore strength. Better yet, they store well in cool, dark, dry conditions, often lasting for months without spoiling. With the right storage, they become a reliable base food that keeps meals consistent when everything else is unstable. But here's the danger. People know potatoes are cheap and filling, which means they're one of the first fresh staples to vanish when panic buying begins. Shelves clear quickly, and once they're gone, prices can double or triple in days. Stocking up before September ends ensures your family will have one of the most dependable sources of calories and comfort when shortages hit hardest. 14. Energy bars. Energy bars may look small, but they pack a survival punch that makes them indispensable. Each bar is calorie-dense, portable, and ready to eat. No cooking, no refrigeration, and no preparation required. In a crisis where meals are irregular and food choices are limited, a single bar can give you the protein, carbs, and essential nutrients needed to keep pushing forward. Their portability is what makes them especially valuable. You can stash them in your car, keep them in your pocket, or store bulk boxes in your pantry. Whether you're sheltering at home or forced to evacuate, energy bars provide quick fuel that keeps you moving and thinking clearly. Their shelf life is long enough to make them practical for both immediate emergencies and long-term stockpiles. But here's the risk. Energy bars are among the first products to disappear once shortages begin. Their convenience and compact size make them highly desirable, and people tend to grab them in bulk. If you wait, shelves will be stripped bare, and resupply will be nearly impossible. Securing them now guarantees that when others are running on empty, you'll have a reliable source of strength and stamina. 15. Tea and infusions. Tea and herbal infusions might seem like luxuries, but in survival situations, they become powerful allies. A simple cup of tea provides warmth, hydration, and a calming effect that steadies your nerves when the world feels unstable. That psychological comfort is critical, sometimes as important as calories, because mental resilience determines how well you endure hardship. The benefits go beyond morale. Many teas and herbal blends carry health properties that support the body during stressful times. Chamomile can ease anxiety and promote sleep. Ginger supports digestion and helps with nausea. Green tea delivers antioxidants that strengthen the immune system. In an emergency where medicine may be scarce, these natural remedies become an invaluable line of defense for your family's health. Stockpiling tea isn't just about flavor or tradition. It's about equipping yourself with a low-cost, long-lasting resource that supports both body and mind. When shelves go bare and panic spreads, having a simple ritual like brewing tea gives you calm, focus, and strength in the middle of chaos. But here's the truth most people overlook. Once shortages truly begin, tea and herbal infusions will vanish at a pace that shocks even seasoned shoppers. Supermarket managers report that during past crises, tea aisles were among the first to be cleared, not because people saw it as essential food, but because in stressful times, families instinctively reached for comfort. A hot cup of tea provides far more than hydration. It warms the body, steadies nerves, reduces panic, and restores a sense of calm when everything outside feels uncertain. That psychological anchor is as vital as calories when morale is fragile and fear is spreading. There's also the practical health angle. Tea and herbal blends offer natural remedies when medicine may not be available. Ginger tea can ease nausea. Chamomile supports rest and reduces stress. Peppermint helps with digestion. Green tea delivers antioxidants that strengthen the immune system. In times when pharmacies may be closed or supplies are out of reach, these simple natural tools become irreplaceable. Stockpiling them now means protecting your family's mental resilience and physical well-being all at once. The harsh reality is simple. If you wait until September, shortages become obvious, you'll find empty shelves and skyrocketing prices. By then, it's too late. Tea and infusions will be gone, along with bottled water, flour, pasta, and other essentials. Acting today guarantees that you'll have a stock of warmth, health, and stability while others are left scrambling. And that brings us to the full list. 15 groceries that must be secured before the end of September. These aren't luxuries. They're lifelines. Ignore them, and you risk being caught in the chaos of empty aisles and desperate crowds. Secure them now, and you'll protect your household with food, comfort, and resilience that money won't be able to buy later. If this message opened your eyes, don't just move on. Take action. Stock your pantry, secure your essentials, and prepare before time runs out. And if you found this guide valuable, give it a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another update. In my next video, I'll expose the 5 survival foods that most people waste money on. Items that fail when you need them most. You won't want to miss that breakdown. Stay alert, stay prepared, and remember, smart decisions today